Today I am going to teach about heart sound. You remember the recently the Perseverance rover went to Mars. After sent it to Mars, it sent some pictures to us. After that, they sent the sound of the Perseverance rover to us. Did you hear that sound? That sound is some kind of only that winding sound. Now what I am going to do is I am going to send some Perseverance rover to your heart. Did you ever heard your heart sound without stethoscope? No, you can't hear your heart sound without stethoscope. Sometime you can feel your heart sound, not heart sound, heartbeat. That is not the heart sound. That feeling of heartbeat is going to be called as palpitation. If you are feeling your own heartbeat, it is called palpitation. But to say palpitation, it should be unpleasant. If you feel unpleasant awareness of your heartbeat activity, that is called palpitation. I am not going to talking about the palpitation here. Now I am going to send some Perseverance rover into your heart in order to identify your heart sound. Okay. If you remember the anatomy of the heart, superior vena cava is there, which carried blood from the head and neck area. Inferior vena cava is there, which carried blood from the lower limb, abdomen, pelvis, and the part of the chest cavity. Here you are right atrium. Right atrium containing valve in between the right ventricle and right atrium called tricuspid valve. Here you are right ventricle. Right ventricle blood eject through this valve called pulmonary valve. Then your left ventricle is there. Left ventricle received blood via mitral valve. From left atrium to left ventricle, blood from via mitral valve. In the left atrium, eject blood into systemic circulation via aortic valve. Your heart containing 4 valves. Here tricuspid valve. Tricuspid is there, because of that we are going to call it as tricuspid. Here mitral valve or bicuspid valve, only 2 cusp. Here aortic valve is there, usually containing 3 cusp. Sometimes there can be people with 2 cusp called congenital bicuspid valve. Those patients are high risk of having aortic stenosis in the later on life. Here you have pulmonary valve. As a theory, healthy valve in your heart, healthy valve, opening does not produce any sound. Opening of the healthy valve does not produce any sound. But if you go through the books, some book says opening snap is there. Opening snap is there. When we are opening the fresh bottle, it produces some sound. Opening called opening snap. In patient with mitral stenosis, the opening of the mitral valve also can produce sound called opening snap. Otherwise, healthy valve open silently. Healthy valve open silently. If you remember your cardiac cycle, it contains 2 phases, systolic phase and diastolic phase. Systolic phase and diastolic phase. Systolic phase mainly containing 2 parts. Number 1, isovolumetric contraction. Isovolumetric contraction followed by ejection of the blood. Diastolic phase containing 4 parts. Number 1 is isovolumetric relaxation of the ventricle. Then rapid ventricular filling, slow ventricular filling. Last one, atrial contraction, or some book mention as atrial kicking. So your systole containing isovolumetric contraction and ejection, your diastolic containing isovolumetric relaxation, rapid ventricular filling, slow ventricular filling, and atrial contraction. At the end of the atrial contraction, that means at the last part of the diastole, we refer to systole and diastole in your ventricle. This is ventricular systole and ventricular diastole. Here atrial systole is there, atrial contraction, but we are not going to refer it as systole when considering the ventricles. So last part of the diastole is atrial contraction. Last part of the ventricular diastole is atrial contraction. With the atrial contraction, last amount final blood which is present in the atria will put into your ventricle. Final blood, last blood which was present in the atria going to push into your ventricle. Some books mention it as atrial kick as well, because last blood atria kick into that blood and push into your ventricle, your right ventricle. After that, this side also same thing happened. Here isovolumetric relaxation, then rapid ventricular filling started, slow ventricular filling started, then left atrial kicking also started. Now the blood from the left atrium and blood from the right atrium came to your both ventricle, right ventricle and left ventricle. After that, ventricular isovolumetric contraction started. This is cyclic process. This is called cardiac cycle. Then your isovolumetric contraction started. At the beginning of the isovolumetric contraction, what happened is your atrioventricular valve going to be closed. Atrioventricular valve going to be closed. Because of that closure, that valve come and hit together. These two valves come and hit together. That hitting process produce revibration of the fluid column which is present in the ventricle. When your ventricle start to constrict, this valve going to be closed. Because of that closure, the valve hit together, it produces small vibration. That vibration going to produce revibration in your blood which is present in the ventricle. That revibration process, that revibrated fluid column going to produce first harsh sound. Revibrated blood column going to produce first harsh sound. Truly speaking, revibration process is the one responsible for producing of the first harsh sound. But in more later, you can say closure of the tricuspid valve and closure of the mitral valve going to produce first harsh sound. If somebody especially interesting about this system, you can say revibration of the closure of mitral valve and aortic valve produce revibration in the fluid column or blood column which is present in the ventricle going to produce first harsh sound. That must be the 100% correct answer. That must be the 100% correct answer. I think most of you don't want to be 100% correct, including me as well. So this is how first harsh sound produced. Then we will see how second harsh sound produced. Then what happened is your isovolumetric contraction started. Then your pressure in the ventricle gradually goes up. Your right ventricular pressure from 5 mm mercury to went up to nearly about 15 to 20 mm mercury. Once it comes into 20 mm mercury, what happened is pulmonary valve is going to be open. Pulmonary valve going to be open. Then your ejection happen. After that, blood present in the ventricle cavity is gradually reduced. Amount of blood which present in the right ventricular cavity gradually reduced. With that, pressure also going to be reduced. Because of that, this valve going to be closed. Your pulmonary valve going to be closed. Here your pulmonary valve going to be closed. The same thing happened in the left side as well. Now your isovolumetric contraction is start in your left ventricle. With high pressure, it opens the aortic valve at the pressure of 80 mm mercury. 80 mm mercury. Then your ejection happened. Then the pressure in the ventricle cavity gradually reduced. Aortic pressure gradually increased. When it comes into somewhere around 100 mm mercury, the aortic valve going to be closed, because now aortic pressure is much more higher than ventricular cavity. Because of that, aortic valve also going to be closed. Aortic valve closed also. The closure of aortic valve and pulmonary valve going to produce your second heart sound. Truly speaking, with the closure of aortic and pulmonary valve, blood column present in the pulmonary artery and aorta going to be vibrate. With the closure of the aortic and pulmonary valve, blood column present in the aorta and the pulmonary artery going to be vibrate little bit. That vibration going to produce second heart sound. So second heart sound is going to produce by closure of aortic valve and pulmonary valve. Usually in the right heart pressure is less. I already told it is about 20 millimeter mercury. Maximum right ventricular pressure is about 25 millimeter mercury. Maximum left ventricular pressure is about 120 millimeter mercury in healthy adult. Because of low pressure in the pulmonary system, pulmonary ejection will take longer time. Pulmonary ejection will take longer time. Because of that, this second heart sound little bit splitted. First heart sound, no splitting. It produces sound called, first heart sound produce sound called lub. Lub, 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 like this. But when coming to second heart sound, its pulmonary valve closure happen little bit later than aortic valve closure. Because of that, it produces sound which is like dub, and it is little bit splitted, dub, 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 like that. It has some kind of clinical significance. I will tell what is the clinical significance. So now you know first heart sound appear due to closure of tricuspid and mitral valve. Second heart sound appear due to closure of aortic and pulmonary valve. If somebody is asked in detail, you can say revibration, water column produce sound like this. Okay, now I am going to move into third heart sound. This is first heart sound. This is second heart sound. Now I am going to move into third heart sound. Do you ever heard third heart sound? I am sure you put a stethoscope into your heart, you can easily hear first and second heart sound. Lub dub sound. Can you ever hear third heart sound? Why the third heart sound appear? Yes, very good. Third heart sound appear due to hyperdynamic circulation. If your patient having anemia, to compensate the anemia, you can have high blood volume. Because of that, the venous return from the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava are going to be increased. The venous return from the pulmonary circulation also going to be increases. So during the rapid ventricular filling, in the diastole, second part is rapid ventricular filling. Rapid ventricular filling, that means immediately after opening of the tricuspid and mitral valve, rapidly blood come into this ventricle. That blood which rapidly come into this ventricle go and hit in your ventricular wall and produce vibration sound. That one is a little bit smaller sound, but it produce in patient with anemia with high blood volume, and some patient with pregnancy also one of the condition having high blood volume, pregnancy. In children, they are having high blood volume and they are having hyperdynamic circulation. The patient with anemia, patient with pregnancy, pregnancy is not a disease. I am say like this because I want to find whether you are aware about my lecture or not. Okay. In children, they are having hyperdynamic circulation. Because of that, they can have rapid ventricular filling. With a rapid ventricular filling, that blood column can create vibration. It can produce sound. That sound you can hear in diastole, early diastole. That is third heart sound due to rapid ventricular filling. Now I am going to move into fourth heart sound. If you are having very stiff ventricles, following myocardial infarction or endomyocardial fibrosis, cardiomyopathy, or due to some disease you are having very non-compliant myocardium. That means it will not stretch properly. If so, the blood from the atria to ventricle flowing might be difficult. flowing from the blood from atria to ventricle might be difficult. In that case, your atria has to contract. As atria has to contract in order to push the blood into your ventricle. In order to push blood into your ventricle. So atrial contraction is must in that case. Atrial contraction is must if you are having non-compliant myocardial wall. In that case, the blood flow from here to here produce sound called fourth heart sound. Blood flow from here to here produce sound called fourth heart sound. It appear in the later diastole. So fourth heart sound due to atrial contraction against non-compliant ventricle. Your first heart sound is your normal one. It should be there. Second heart sound again should be there. Third heart sound can be there in normal conditions like pregnancy and children. Sometimes it can be pathological. If you are having some kind of disease, as a compensation, they can increase the cardiac output for that disease. During that kind of situation, venous return increase, your rapid ventricular filling happening. Because of that, you may hear third heart sound. So it can be normal, it can be pathological. It can be normal and it can be pathological. Fourth heart sound almost always pathological. I am going to tell about the fifth heart sound right now. Do you have a fifth heart sound? Answer is no. Before that, I am finishing the lecture. I am going to teach you about splitting of the second heart sound. I already told you the closure of the pulmonary valve will be delayed. Why? In aortic side, pressure is too much high. Because of that, rapidly eject blood into the aorta. Then ejection phase complete early. Left ventricle complete his ejection early. But right ventricle generate lesser pressure. Because of that, right ventricular ejection little bit delayed. Because of that, you produce splitting of the second heart sound. This is your second heart sound S2. It has two components, aortic component and pulmonary component. There can be little bit splitting because of the pressure difference of the ventricles. This splitting can be more marked. During the inspiration. I will tell how. This splitting can be more marked in inspiration. During the inspiration, in your thoracic cavity, it creates negative pressure. Lower part of the pleural cavity, it produces -5 pressure, -5 centimeter H2O. Upper part of the pressure, it may go up to -10 centimeter H2O pressure, minus. Because of that, blood which was present in the lower limb and the head and neck rapidly come into your right atrium during the inspiration. After that, it go into your right ventricle. Because of that, during inspiration, blood will come into right ventricle, goes up during inspiration. We'll see what happened in the left ventricle. During inspiration, your alveolar capillary enlarge. Because of that, blood can pooling in the alveolar capillary. Because of that, during the inspiratory period, lesser amount of blood will come into your ventricle. During the inspiration, lesser amount of blood come into your ventricle. Because of that, during the ejection, left ventricle has to eject lesser amount of blood, right ventricle has to eject more amount of blood. Left ventricle has to eject lesser amount of blood, right ventricle has to eject more amount of blood. Because of that, this valve closes a little bit much more later than pulmonary valve. Previously, there is a small difference between the aortic valve and pulmonary valve closure time. Now it is more marked here and here. Here A2, here P2. This is second heart sound, S2 component. The splitting is now much more. Much more splitting is there. If you are carefully listen to your heart sound, during inspiration and expiration, you can identify splitting is there. It is much more pronounced in the inspiration. Vice versa happening in the expiration. The splitting is, this is expiratory phase, this is expiratory phase, this is inspiratory phase. You may be thinking why Dr. Dinesh is so much fussy about these things. It has some kind of clinical significance. I will tell you what is the clinical significance. Sometimes your patient may having wide splitting of second heart sound. Wide splitting. Usual splitting is should be this much. This is your splitting A2 and P2 during your second heart sound. Some patient can have wide splitting. That means splitting is much more than normal. This is the normal one. This is wide splitting. Why normally splitting best you can hear best in inspiration. But in patient with wide splitting, even with the normal expression in expiration, in both phase you can hear the splitting. You can hear the splitting. This is your A2, this is your P2. What are the causes for pulmonary wide splittings? What are the causes for wide splitting? If your patient having right bundle branch block, that means the right ventricular depolarization happening later. If your patient having right bundle branch block, right ventricular depolarization happening later. In that case, right ventricular ejection further delayed, because after depolarization it going to contract. Depolarization also now delayed because of the pressure, low pressure, the ejection also prolonged. Because of that, you can have wide splitting in patient with right bundle branch block. In patient with pulmonary hypertension also. In patient with pulmonary hypertension or pulmonary stenosis, patients also having wide splitting of second heart sound. Wide splitting of second heart sound. This is called wide splitting. Number 2. This is number 1. Number 2. Fixed splitting. Fixed splitting of second heart sound. What are the disease condition can have fixed splitting of second heart sound? Yes, very good. The patient with ASD can have fixed splitting of second heart sound. How it happening? In patient with ASD, what happen is, here to here there is shunt. From this atria to this area, atria shunt. Because of that, during the ejection, part of blood going to this side during the expiration and inspiration, the part of blood from here to here happening. Because of that, both ventricle contract and empty at the same time. Both ventricle contract and empty same time. If you not get to understand this term, go carefully what happened in patient with ASD. Then you can easily identify. Fixed splitting of second heart sound can happen in patient with ASD, and sometimes the patient with pulmonary hypertension also, PST, can have little bit wide fixed splitting of second heart sound. Not that much fixed as ASD. ASD the prototype answer for fixed splitting second heart sound. Number 3. Reverse splitting or paradoxical splitting. Reverse splitting or paradoxical splitting can occur in patient with if you are this side is depolarized more early or this side depolarized much later, your patient can have paradoxical splitting. That means if your patient having left bundle branch block, This side empty will take longer time because this ventricle depolarized much more later. Because of that, your A2 appear later and P2 appear first. Because your right bundle branch that now functioning well. Right ventricle depolarized, ejection happening. Now your left ventricle going to be depolarized. With that, your left ventricle ejection is started. Then, when your left ventricle ejection completed, right ventricle ejection already completed and pulmonary valve also closed. In that case, you can have reverse splitting of the second heart sound, or not the reverse splitting, paradoxical splitting of second heart sound in case of left bundle branch block. So those are the disease which can change your second heart sound. Number 1 is wide splitting, number 2 is fixed splitting, number 3 is paradoxical splitting. Those are the things regarding your heart sound. I think it is dangerously easy.